I think the way that we ought to be looking at this is a proxy war between heaven and hell. I'm a Christian. I got into news and media analysis because I realized that there's a spiritual warfare that's working out through the puppets of people and circumstance, that world events are actually the theater that manifests the unseen battle of spiritual forces. If a Christian can't pick up a newspaper and see how to pray and what's going on and connect the dots, then you're not really literate yet on how to see the world with a informed biblical worldview. Because, as I was just saying earlier, China and Iran and Turkey and Russia, these are all geopolitical principalities and powers vying for dominance on the globe. The United States right now is resetting the world. Trump being in office during this period of time is a global reset. You ever hear him say this? He's so funny. He goes, everywhere I go, people tell me it's lighter. It's even brighter around the world. It's lighter since you've been in office. In his own kind of quirky way, he's saying the spiritual environment on the earth is even more hopeful, that there's possibilities of stability and change and peace. Maybe an end of wars between Russia and Ukraine, maybe it's Gaza and Hamas. Maybe we can work something out that's going to give Israel stability. And he's right. By the way, I want to say that these Yemen airstrikes are freaking people out, but way overdue. The White House claims the Yemen airstrikes took out top Houthi missile expert. And there's 40 million people in Yemen. I do not believe the majority of those people are happy with the fact that their leadership is constantly tribally trying to pick fights and wars, and that all of their prosperity is subject to the crazy decisions of a military government that is a proxy for Iran. In other words, Iran funds them in Yemen in order to be a threat to Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia and Yemen have this problem. And the Biden administration did nothing to deal with it. Now, they told the Saudis to back off, actually. Now, Trump says, no. No more attacking American vessels. He takes it very personal when an American vessel gets attacked. He doesn't like it. He would take them out. Trump says, oh, enough of that. We're just going to do airstrikes and knock them out. So he's sending a message now to Yemen, bam, because he's closing in on Iran and its nuclear program. Iran funded Hezbollah. Iran funded Hamas. Hamas attacked brutally Israel, and Hezbollah then attacked. And Israel has been successful in degrading and eroding their ability. You need to know, this is spiritual warfare, geopolitical principalities and powers in conflict. When you pray for the peace of Jerusalem in your own simple little prayer, this is what you're praying for. Israel's killing Hamas leaders in quick succession. Well, they won't give the hostages up. They're not going to settle for peace. They're not going to solve this problem in Gaza. So Trump turned around and told Netanyahu, do what you got to do. So they're trying to do precision strikes with their intelligence ability, and they are successfully taking out Hamas leadership, continuing to... the problem is they set up their underground tunnels under hospitals. It creates a problem for how to do it, but they still do it. Now, here's an interesting development I want you to catch. While Israel is eliminating dozens of top Hamas leaders after the ceasefire collapsed, Trump still likes the idea of Trump land over there at Gaza. Once this thing is settled, he wants to bring peace to the Middle East, stop that war with Ukraine and Russia, open up the sea lanes for business. And if we can keep the Democrats and the deep state from destabilizing his regime and trying to sabotage and blow up his progress like a Tesla, then America is going to sail into some strong economic stable times, at least more than we've had over the last 8 years. Hey there, you just listened to an excerpt. That's a little bit of the podcast. So if you want to get the whole thing, because there's a lot more content there, go to lancewallnut.com/podcast. And instead of getting an excerpt, you get the entire message.